Hello and welcome to Wisdom from a Bathroom Stall.
Hi Darcy, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
Good. I'm doing all right. Thanks for joining us. And this week we want to talk about grants. And Darcy actually got a grant for working on her yard. And I was hoping you could talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I found out that there's a grant through the state. We're in Minnesota, but your state might have something like this too. It was called the ARC grants, and I ended up. So the grant, that particular grant, was like to get money to improve your life or your family's life, or possibly to build a business or help you find a job. So
Sounds open-ended, kind of.
it's very open-ended. It's to improve yourself, basically, and hopefully it would help you financially or food-wise or whatever. So I applied for this grant, and what I wanted to do was to learn, to be able to grow my own herbs and vegetables and whatnot, and that would be to help the family, and then possibly at some point maybe make it into a business as far as the herbs go. Because I've been studying herbalism for many years now. I'm a slow learner. So anyway, yeah, so if you look that up online or look up grants online, I got enough to get a greenhouse and a drip water system. I got some other stuff too that went with it, but basically the greenhouse was amazing.
Oh,
that
they
I
gave
got
you
that.
supplies too?
No.
No?
No, but what they do is they don't send you money. What they do is, say you want to take a class so you can pass something to get a job, and they would pay for the class, and then you can attend.
Okay.
So for me, what they did is had me pick out, like in Amazon, these are the things that I would like to have, and then what they did was ordered it and then had it sent to my house.
Okay.
So
it sounds like maybe varying amounts of money might be available.
I think it goes up to like 2,000 or something like that. I'm not sure what it is. Every year I'm sure it changes on their funding.
Oh yeah, probably. I'm sure they have an allocation.
So that's the ARC grant, ARC, and I would look that up if that's something you think that would benefit you.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would even apply for. I'm not good at gardening, but hope to get there. Anyways, if you are in the state of Minnesota and you are looking at grants, you can go to the Minnesota Department of Administration Grants Management. In Wisconsin, it's under the Department of Health Services. At least that's where I found it.
Oh, that's good.
North Dakota is under North Dakota State Government Commerce.
You did some homework.
And again, this is where I found them. That may not be necessarily the most direct route. So every state might have it in different places. And I'm sure if you just start Googling your state and grants, and I would say, I caution you with this, because what comes up a lot for me when I was looking for stuff was USA funding applications. And they are a legit business. I don't want to say that they aren't. And it does have some good reviews, but it may be people who have a more difficult time sort of navigating. But they are a third party and are only offering a place to help guide you. So some people say they encountered fees, which you should not. If you're applying for these grants, you shouldn't be paying fees. And there is no guarantee that you're going to get them through this USA. Or in
anything.
Fact, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But take the time to find a more direct link if you have the ability to do so. And, know that it's not just states. There are some private grants and tuitions and different things out there. So look for them. If you want to go to school, you can apply for more than one grant.
You can.
You can apply for more than one scholarship or a source of tuition. So, you could get books paid for. My brother earned a scholarship that they give out based on merit. They only do 2 a year. And they'll do up to 2 a year. They have to be earned, if I remember right. And I might be wrong about this. And I thought he was the only one that earned it that year. But again, I'm not going to say what it was in case I was wrong.
Right.
But my younger brother is a smarty pants. He's very smart.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff that you can get at Minnesota is studentaid.gov for point of entry for education-related funding.
Yep.
There's Minnesota grants and programs for minority-owned businesses specifically. Minnesota state grants help low and moderate income students pay for college and eligible schools. There's the Minnesota Paramedic School Scholarship.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
They have scholarships for everything. There is post-secondary child care grant, which helps students pay for child care costs. So if you're going to school, you have a young child, they will help pay for your child care. Some businesses, and you can laugh if you want, but McDonald's MEC grant is to help middle school teachers create educational programs.
That's amazing, because when I worked in the school district, so many of the teachers, especially in the lower grades, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, they were making their own educational little games and stuff like that. So, and that was coming out of their pocket.
Yeah. Their job is to teach your kids. I get that. But their job is not to fund other people's children. But many of them seem to do it anyways.
They do have to buy a lot of their own things. And I can attest to that, having worked in the school.
So if there's a way to help them, help your children, more power to them.
Send Kleenex to school with your kids, because they go through boxes and boxes.
Yeah. What is the Alice grant?
Oh, yeah. I used that when I first wanted to go back to school. It had been a long time since I had been in school. And it was like 10 years back when I got it, but now I guess it's 7 years. So that's cool. ALLISS, I believe.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, and that is like a private grant that you can get to go back to school. And I used it to take a free class. I didn't do the whole thing. I guess it's extended now to more. You can do more than just going back for one class. But because I took that class, I ended up going to school at Anoka Ramsey for a long time. So, yeah, it was worth it. It's fun. You could take something fun, photography. You could take stained glass. It depends on what your school would offer.
Cool.
It might be only Minnesota, but try it anyway. Look it up.
Well, if it's a private grant, it could be just in our state.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of things out there for people. You just have to want to spend the time looking for them.
Yeah, and you can call the school and ask to speak to a counselor at the college you're interested in, because they would let you know where all those grants are.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is, I want to bring this up because I just got this yesterday.
Yeah?
The thing from a different Darcy, if you can believe that. I know 2 Darcys.
Oh my, you're lucky.
Yep, and her daughter who was going to school, her name is Serena, and I hope this is okay. But she wrote, "This isn't my typical content, but I think it's important for me to share my experience. I was accepted into a PhD program at UW-Madison for the fall, with the intention of studying and conducting cancer research." And I'm not going to read this whole thing, but every avenue was shut down to her because grants have been rescinded. And that included working with a professor. She said she emailed nearly 200 professors trying to get in research and every department pertaining to her degree, and no one was willing to risk taking a student at this point because of the grants. She says, "I don't want your sympathy, I want your outrage."
Yep.
However you feel about this, understand that there are kids who are struggling with college. So grants that are still coming through are going to be ultimately more important for them to be able to complete their education. We want the researchers, we want the doctors,
Yes.
we want the scientists, we want the people who are endeavoring to make life better for us. So
Yeah.
anyways, take that however you will.
We need that. We need the research.
We need the research, we need the grants.
Yeah.
So be mindful
I thank you
of
for
that.
bringing that up.
Yeah, again, it's always the politics, and I hate that, but that is sort of the turbulent times that we're in. Whether you agree with one side or the other, it is impacting
It's
things.
it's what's happening right now. It doesn't matter what side you're on.
Yeah. Now, on to more fun things. This week's Barry Gibb connection, drumroll please, is a really unusual one. At least I think it is, because of the age difference and sort of the industry difference. I picked Bob Newhart,
Ah,
and I really thought this one was going to be harder. Bob Newhart became friends with Betty White early on in their careers. So they were very young, they're both coming into the business. And Betty White had a successful career for a long time, many decades. Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah.
She was on Hot in Cleveland, and she was hilarious.
Oh wow.
With Valerie Bertinelli and I'm not going to remember her name, the gal from Frasier. And she was on...
Oh, Lilith?
No, not Lilith.
Not Lilith?
The housekeeper lady, the English lady. And she's done all kinds of things, but she was also the oldest person to ever host Saturday Night Live. And so it was a really memorable experience. I think she was 92 or so, I don't remember. But her musical guest for that episode was Jay-Z. And Jay-Z is married to Beyonce.
Huh.
And both of them have been interviewed by Ryan Seacrest on his show, On Air with Ryan Seacrest. And they've done red carpet interviews with him. He was the host of American Idol. In 2007, Barry Gibb was a mentor on American Idol. And I never watched that season. But in 2010, Barry and Robin were on that, and it was the last official public performance of those two together. So it's sad. I'm sorry to see them go. They, not just because of their age, but two of the brothers had already passed, and they were all so close. But
Yeah.
they were on there. I did catch the clip from that episode. It was a good episode. It was nice to see them together singing.
Yeah.
So it went.
How many this time?
Bob Newhart, Betty White, not Barry White. They sound nothing alike.
baby.
Bob Newhart, Betty White, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Ryan Seacrest,
5,
and
6.
six. That's kind of stretching it for me.
It worked though.
Yeah. So,
that's cool.
if you have any comments, concerns, questions, check us out on Facebook and our Wisdom from a Bathroom Stall YouTube.
Yes, and please subscribe. That would be very
We'd like
cool.
that. It's a big blue thumbs up.
Yeah, we kind of really get excited when somebody subscribes.
Yeah. We'll get better. Follow us. Stay with us.
Yes.
We'll improve.
Yes.
The quote this week is from Diana Ross.
Ooh.
And she had to know a thing or two about this, because when she came out, it was not an easy market for Black women in music.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there and wait for people to give you that golden dream. You've got to get out there and make it happen for yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Most people don't get it handed to them, and those that do, I don't know that they always appreciate it.
Sometimes they don't.
And those usually end up being people who lose it. For our suicide information that will be pinned is 911 for immediate emergencies, 988 Lifeline, and the number 3 option for LGBTQ is no longer an option, but there are still trained counselors that can help you. The Trevor Project for ages 13 to 24 specifically, and dedicated to the LGBTQ plus and youth age group. Their number is 1-866-488-7386 or text START to 678-678. And the trans line is a peer support service, and that is 1-877-565-8860.
Very good. There's also a place to go for survivors of the family members or friends that have, committed suicide. So I will find that information, and I will also put it on our Facebook and on the comments.
There are all kinds of things out there, and we probably will do an episode on things that will help you cope, things that will get help for you, the individual, and things to honor. Obviously, you don't forget these people in your life, so sometimes you want to do something to honor them or in their memory and whatever works for you. So thank you for joining us. We always appreciate having an audience.
Definitely. Well, if we didn't have them, we wouldn't.
I'd just be talking to you, which is fun, but
Yeah, we usually have fun.
So thanks for joining us. Please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and see you next time.
Bye.